With auto schedule task, project automatically calculates task dates and duration. Let's start by looking at how scheduled tasks work. The project starts with the name IT project, where procure hardware and test hardware is one path, and procure software tools, write program, test and debug, install, training, and implementation is another path of the project. Over in the time scale, you can see that the project activities are linked. But see what happens if I change the duration of write program to 60 days. The current duration of this activity is 45 days. Let's enter 60 days. Well, that changes the finish date for the write program task, which means it also changes the start and finish date for test and debug, install, training, and implementation. By the way, this light blue shading is called change highlighting, and it shows you all the fields that have changed when you make a change in your schedule. So that's how auto schedule tasks work. Project calculates dates and duration for you. Now let's look at manually scheduled tasks. Manually schedule is like do it yourself scheduling. It comes in handy in several situations. One of them is when you don't have all the information you need. Suppose that after the implementation task, you want final meeting with the product owner. So let's, for example, the name of the activity is final meeting. But at this point, that's all you know. So we are going to create a task that has no dates. Notice that the task mode icon is different. It has a push pin and a question mark here. So that means it's manually scheduled. Well, at this point, I don't know when this is going to start. I have talked to my project manager. So let's just add a note for it. And the note is project manager will decide. So I will just write PM will decide the date. So I add the note, and when I press tab, now I can see in the start cell the taskbar looks a little different. It's a teal color, but the ends are faded, and that's an indicator that you don't have dates assigned to this task. Well, let's say that a few days ago by and the manager gets back to you and say that the meeting will start after 28th of October, for instance, and will end on 3rd of November. There is a final meeting where they will discuss many things related to the project work and its activities. So it will take 1 week to complete. So once I provide the dates, you can see here it has changed because first we had a duration and now we know the exact dates. So that's the difference between auto and manually scheduled task.